Britain has a variety of landscapes. In Scotland, there are beautiful mountains, including Ben Nevis, the highest mountain in the country. Loch Moora, the UK's deepest lake with a depth of 310 metres, and Galloway Forest, the country's largest forest, covering around 770 square kilometres, are here too. Wales is famous for its long valleys. And England has the beautiful Lake District in the north and long sandy beaches on the east coast and in the south. But the UK is also a small island. While there are winding rivers, including the Thames, which flows through London, and narrow streams, there are no deserts or volcanoes. So when British people think of a remote and dangerous landscape, they often think of Moorland, a hilly and rocky landscape that is usually very, very wet. There are small, shallow streams, but no big rivers. And although the area is hilly, there are no steep valleys to stop the wind. So it is often cold, dark, and empty. But it's beautiful too. Dartmoor is a famous area of moorland in Devon, in the southwest of England. It covers 954 square kilometres, but almost nobody lives here. There are few roads or farms where people live, but there are the ruins of small stone huts and caves. People built these when they were living here thousands of years ago. Sherlock Holmes hides in these ruins in The Hound of the Baskervilles. In Conan Doyle's famous tale, the area of Dartmoor is a major character. People still come here to see the landscape that features in the story. Yorkshire, in the north, is also famous for its moorland. Although not many people live here, the moors are very popular with tourists. They come for the beautiful scenery, rare plants, and wonderful views. This landscape is also an important part of British culture and literature. The author Emily Bronte made the moors famous in her novel Wuthering Heights. She often came here while she was writing, and many of the story's locations are on or near the moors. The landscape is also a symbol of the wild nature of the characters. Of course, not all of the UK's natural landscape is wild or dangerous. The Lake District isn't far from the moors, but it's very different. Some of the UK's highest mountains and biggest lakes are here. The scenery is incredible, and over 12 million tourists visit the Lake District every year. Like the moors, it's also an inspiring place for artists and writers. Beatrix Potter wrote lots of popular children's stories like The Tale of Peter Rabbit. In 1905, she bought Hilltop Farm near Lake Windermere. She was living here when she wrote many of her famous tales. The Lake District and the moors show two sides of the British countryside. They are very different, but they are both spectacular, and they both have an important place in British literature.